There are so many interesting, horrifying, or downright weird things in this big world of ours.
Each week, we'll bring you a new true crime story that has little to no coverage in English.
Let us do the translations, so you don't have to. Hello.
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 We're back with news.
Yeah. So
Yes.
who wants to go first? Huh?
I can go first.
Okay, sure.
Or, I don't know. We always start like, who has what kind of case? Mine is like not murder. But it's pretty interesting.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
It's about a horrible man.
Okay.
A horrible
you go.
man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost all of our cases are about horrible men. Well, I mean, not all of them. Not all of them.
I mean, if you talk about murder, it's just a statistical fact that most of them are committed by horrible men.
Yeah.
Yeah, or crime against women
Yeah.
in general. This is one of those.
But I mean, whether you are a man or a woman,
Hmm.
it's more likely to be murdered by a man.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Men are dangerous towards other men too.
I
But
know.
not all men, I mean.
Yeah, not all men. We know that. We know
I
that.
have a very
Yeah.
kind husband. He's a man.
Yeah, same. Same.
Yeah, I don't have a husband, but my partner's nice. So, yeah.
And
Also
a man too.
man. Yeah.
Also a man,
Yeah.
yes.
So, but actually, this was in the news kind of recently, like within the past 2 weeks. I saw, I think I can hear Taito.
Yeah, I
It's
think I
very
can hear Taito.
So it was in the news. I think I read about this in Hungarian media. It's a case from France, and I think it was covered in other countries as well, because I actually found an article from the UK in The Guardian. So this is like somewhat well known, but I tried to search for it in other, just media outlets, and I didn't really find like a very wide coverage. And in Finnish, there was one small article that mentioned some details, so I figured it might be good to bring. But want to check if you've heard about this case about the French Ministry of Culture's like former HR director?
No.
Is this like prostitution or am I okay? No, all right.
No.
Mind. Okay.
So this guy, Christian Negre,
Okay.
pronouncing it wrong, but anyway, former HR director, or like I'm not sure if he was a director, but probably like some, like high level decision maker in the French Ministry of Culture. He had this like interesting fetish, I guess. And turns out that he was like for many, many years, he did all sorts of weird stuff to women, like not like violent things. But I'll read a little bit of this article. So apparently over a 9-year period, dozens of women interviewed for jobs by this guy, Christian Negre. And during these job interviews, they were offered coffees or teas by him. Normal thing.
Yeah. Sounds like
that had been mixed with a powerful and illegal diuretic.
Yeah,
So
I was
like
about to say there was something in it, but I was thinking it was bodily fluids. But okay, yeah, great.
No, yeah, no. So it was some medicine that makes you need to pee.
Diuretic.
Pee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which he knew would make them need to urinate. So what he did is that he basically put this into the drink, and he continued the interviews for a really long time. And then he also made them go for like a lengthy walk outside, far away from toilets. So they usually went outside from the building and like wandered. Like
How do you make them do a walk during an interview?
Well, so I mean, of course, it's like some high-level guy in the Ministry of Culture. Like it's a power thing. He can just say that, hey, you know what? Let's continue this. Or let's go for a walk, and then talking to them. So they go outside, and then it says many of the women recall struggling with the need to go to the toilet and feeling increasingly ill. Some in desperation say they urinated in public. or didn't reach a bathroom in time wetting their clothes. Some felt a sense of shame and failure that that has had an impact on their lives after that, which is what they say. Also, the guy was like watching them pee. Like they were just outside, and he was like, "Well, there are no toilets here, I guess you have to pee on the street."
What a fucking prick. What a prick.
Yeah.
Wow.
So why this is in the news now is because this guy is still not prosecuted. I think he
What?
stayed in his position, but it wasn't reported, or it was reported, and then he still, was able to stay, and then he was fired after a while, so he's not working there anymore. But still, he's like, the trial is still ongoing and has been for a really long time. So the article says the alleged assaults came to light in 2018 after a colleague reported Negre allegedly attempting to photograph the legs of a senior official, prompting police to open an investigation. So under the table in a meeting, he was taking pictures of a woman's legs. And then after this, officers found computer spreadsheet titled Experiments, where he allegedly noted the times of druggings and the women's reactions.
Wow. What a piece of shit.
Yeah. So
Maybe make that yeah. No.
It's like, it's all fine and good if the person's consenting. Like we say, consent is everything. But
Yeah.
fuck you for doing this to people unbeknownst to them, And oh god.
Yeah. And
I
it's
just hate
clearly
that.
like a control and power thing. It's
Yeah. I mean, I've been
really
in those
disgusting.
situations where you're having a conversation, you're like, fuck, I really need to get up to pee, but this is such a good conversation. That's a bit different, But like you still
but
have
everyone
that
knows
kind
the
of
feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone knows the feeling. But this is like
And
10
then you
times
know the
worse.
feeling of being in an interview. You're like, I want this job.
Yeah.
I can't just now in the middle of my sentence to run to the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking prick.
There's a little bit of like some quotes from one of the women, Sylvie Delzen. She was 35 when this happened, and she says that she was invited to the prestigious culture ministry building near Paris's Louvre Museum, and she was shown to a meeting room by this guy. Out of politeness, she said she accepted the coffee that was offered, because otherwise she usually, doesn't drink it. But the vending machine was in a busy corridor, and Delzen said she pressed the button herself for a lightly sweetened coffee. She said Negre had picked up her cup, turned to greet a colleague, then moved across the corridor before returning to handing her the drink. And then he said, "The weather is marvelous. Shall we keep walking?" And then they were walking outside. She felt an increasing need to urinate. My hands were trembling. My heart was palpitating. Beads of sweat ran down my forehead and I was turning red. I said, "I'm going to need a technical break," but he kept on walking. So basically, and then he did this
Asshole.
many, many times over like almost 10 years. So there are a few more stories in this article. Yeah, so he is like, it's still an open case, and people are getting, more and more outraged, especially because there was the other case in France, I think that was revealed last year, about Giselle Pellicot. I'm pretty sure you heard the woman who was, drugged
and raped multiple times
by his husband and the husband's
friends.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
So, like, not the same, but in some ways similar. So
yeah,
this came back to light again.
Like the way of this category of men, like how they view the world and women and their own position. It's just sick.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
And he's like experimenting.
Yeah.
It's really disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So,
fuck that guy.
Not super widely covered, I think. So I thought it might be a good one to bring here.
Yeah.
Do you want to go next or shall I, Petra?
I could go.
Okay.
I was thinking about bringing this. I think I mentioned this, but I was thinking about just bringing this shortly up because I'm more than like what happens in murders, I'm interested in the justice system.
Mhm.
I've realized this while we've been doing this podcast, like how people are trialed and punished and all this.
Yeah.
And the like justice system failing, or like what's the like a wrongful
Convictions
trial
or
conviction.
okay.
They really interest me.
Mhm.
And now what is going with big heat in the Finnish media is the Anneli Auer case. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Maybe, but can you
Say
give a
more.
recap?
So just shortly, there was in the beginning of 2000s. First, there was a murder case. So it's known as Ulvilan surma. So the murder
Mhm.
of Ulvila. Ulvila is
Mhm.
a city somewhere,
Mhm.
I think, in West.
Yeah.
And a man was murdered. There was his wife and 4 kids. And then the wife was one of the main suspects, but she was then released. So found not guilty. There was not enough evidence to say she's guilty. But then afterwards, apparently the kids had been taken into custody while the mother was in jail waiting for her trial. And while they were in custody, they had told to the custodian parents, who were their mother's brother and brother's wife, that actually the mother and her very short-term boyfriend had sexually assaulted all the kids,
Mhm.
except the eldest one. And
Yeah.
this, of course, started a new trial, this
Yeah.
time about child abuse. And this time they were found guilty and they were put to jail. I think it was Anneli for 7 years and the boyfriend for 10 years.
Mm.
And a couple of times during their time in prison, they, plead that, hey, we want this to rechecked. Like, they were like, we are not guilty, hey. We don't want to be in prison. Please do something.
Yeah.
And last year or the year before, anyway, now, recently, the youngest of the kids became an adult. And then the kids came out like, hey, actually we lied. Nothing happened. All the
Recanted,
stories we told were untrue. The custodian parents kind of like led us to tell these stories.
Oh.
And what this meant was that their conviction was, what's the word? Like, taken away. But the prosecutor started it all over again. So with the same prosecution, okay, we are prosecuting you from child abuse. And now it's crazy. Like, all the medias are following it live, and that was the children's wish, that they want this to be public, because of course, if this was untrue, then it's like this is the way to kind of they have lost their honor.
Yeah.
And it was already back in the days, because it was very big in the media. So people's minds, they are guilty. So if they actually are not guilty, it needs to have even bigger media attention, so people are informed that actually they were not guilty. But anyway, this is an ongoing trial. That's why I wanted to take it to News Tangent. And originally, I wasn't interested in this case at all, but I'm like the meta, like how this conviction has happened, and now the kids are like, no, we were lying. How this, like, it's a huge, like, child sexual abuse is not a joke.
And like 3 children, and yeah, it's like, if it was true, it sounds horrible. So I'm sure that people were, and then it's just, for if it's really not true, which is then it sounds
then
like
they have
that would
lost
be
like
the
10
case.
years of their life in prison.
Yeah,
that's also,
And just like,
like,
imagine recovering from the allegations and everything.
Yeah. So it has so much layers.
Oh,
Fuck.
that's bad. I haven't heard about this for some reason.
Yeah, like you go to Yle or Hesari or anything, there's always the like article like following it live the day the trials are happening, like right now.
Okay.
And of
Yeah.
course you can read like the summaries too.
Yeah.
I think that would be the worst thing to be labeled as a child abuser than even a murderer. I think like I just feel like
rather be like murder of your husband than abusing your own children.
Yeah, or any children. Yeah, that's just fuck.
And the thing was that the oldest of the children was always like, no, this is bullshit. Nothing like this happens. Like my smaller sisters are lying.
Wow.
So wait, how old were they when the first trial happened?
I don't remember. I didn't check, but I think like maybe the youngest was like 7 or 6 or something, and the oldest was already a teenager, like 12 or something. But of course, this is like already a couple of years after the alleged abuse has happened.
But I mean, if it was all a lie, it's just kind of also makes me question how thorough was the first investigation, because children making up stories, I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, these are the topics that have come up in media, like how did they really assess that the stories are true? And then there was this whole like they were checking some scars in them with this very dubious method of using some kind of UV light, and like there was many parts, like as a commoner when you read it you're like, really, based on this they were convicted? Is this fine? But of course I'm sure there was like parts that are closed, so it's not 100% public, like for example the details of what has happened and so on. But very I'm interested in following, and like, because if it wasn't true, then this is a
miscarriage of justice.
Miscarriage of justice, and that's something that really should not happen.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, but it is very interesting to look back and like kind of tease apart the investigations, because like I think also just the investigators or whoever is working on the case can be biased, especially if it's about something so horrible like sexual abuse of children. So maybe it's easier to just kind of jump to the conclusion that it must be true, and then it like distorts the investigation a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will hear about some sort of an outcome at some point.
Yeah. I don't know how many months this will still go on, but probably not many.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be an interesting case also just to bring to a full episode, I think, like once it's all done, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's not maybe good now that we don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but after that it would be, and it actually reminded me of a lot more like child abuse stuff going on in Hungary right now in the media, and like cases about, like these juvenile kind of detention, like centers, basically. I guess it would be the name of them. I'm not exactly sure, but anyway, like some horrible treatment of children there, and it's like very, very much politically charged right now. It's in the media. Like there were protests against it. Like some people who had been reported many times over like 20 years and still were left in position, and there are video evidence of someone who replaced this person who was like horribly beating up children, and it's all over the Hungarian media now. God. Yeah, and super political too, because like friends of important or like high power politicians, and it's very complex. So I feel like it should be more of a longer discussion too. I might gather the strength to put together an episode about this. Yeah.
There's too much child abuse in the world for my liking. There should be zero, but anyway, damn. But yeah, guess I'll go then. I was deciding between like a very lighthearted, not really true crime related or then true crime. I could share both of them because
Share
whatever.
both.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
If I remember. Well, I might have to look up the article for the other one. But so this case I will do a full episode on eventually. But this was also recently in the news because the sister, or is it I think it's the sister of the victim, is writing a book, and I think it'll come out in March. So I'll read that and whatnot. But so yeah, there was some news recently. There was this back in May of 2024. There was a 15-year-old girl that was raped and murdered in Valkeakoksi, and Vendi is her name. And this piece of shit was basically appealing his life sentence because he got a life sentence, luckily. And so he was basically wanting a lesser sentence at this point. He was appealing the judgment. And so it was just in the news that, like, because the lower court sentenced the defendant to life imprisonment for aggravated child rape and murder, like originally, right? And basically the court kind of recently, like I think within this week, basically rejected this disqualification claim that, you know, that he can actually get a lesser sentence. So that was lucky.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So he's staying there, luckily. And yeah, he didn't like. The part that got me that I wanted to share this was like this piece of shit, and also just talking about the type of pathology of these fuckers. So he apparently, like, he wanted his charges to be dismissed, obviously, and then he also said that he is said to have demanded his belt back, and the court ruled that a leather belt had been used to strangle Vendi. So he actually wanted that fucking back because it was evidence, I guess, during the case or whatever.
I mean, it's the murder weapon
yes,
basically.
Yes, or at least part of it, or yeah. So,
like, he wanted it back as a trophy, but like probably. What a disturbing way to, like, oh, by the way, can I also get my belt back?
That part, that's why I wanted to share this case. Like, what a fucking piece of shit, like, asks for the fucking, like, a tool of murder. And
like, if you shot someone, you're like, can I get my gun back?
Yeah, and
like,
I really want the bullet casings, and maybe if you have the bullets that have been lodged in their brain or whatever, can I also get those too? Like, fuck you. He'd probably want to fucking sell that shit or something. Some sick fuck would probably buy it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Why would you need a belt anyway? You will be in a prison clothes for...
Yeah.
I mean, it would sound weird even if it was an item that was not used in the abuse or the murder, just like something that the police took as evidence, and now
but I would still think,
but can I get it back?
But I would still think, are you going to remember that memory, or like would that bring you back to the place that you committed this murder or something? It's just like fucking piece of shit. So when I read that, I was just like,
it's a pretty young person too, right? Do I remember that?
Yes, I think he was 20 or 21 or something. And the thing was, he had also assaulted a woman before that. He was on parole, or like on he was being watched at that point, so he wasn't like free to do everything. He followed her for a couple of kilometers, Vendi, and she was like near some woods, ended up assaulting her, raping her, murdering her. It's like,
it's crazy. And I mean, she was just walking home from, like, she met up with some friends and like walked home from there, and it happened.
Yeah, but this guy had, like, I think he had kind of written this kind of content in the net that he would like to do something to women, and the police had looked into it, but then they were like, well, what can we do? Which I understand, like, what can you do? Like, the Finnish law is not easy with this. And then I just remember after this case that the criminal psychiatrist that's pretty famous in Finland was like, well, like, how can you expect someone to commit violent crime if they have committed it before? Like, that is the most obvious. Yeah, exactly.
And he fucking did,
I think we need a system where even the first violent crime would lead you into some kind of surveillance or something.
Yes.
I don't think it should be like that. Okay, well, you will get punished if you murder someone. No, we want to prevent people being murdered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
someone
hey,
is violent.
Yeah, wear a fucking ankle monitor. You're not allowed to be out past 10 o'clock or something like that. Because this took place, I think, at like early in the morning, like 12 or 1 o'clock or something in the morning. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it was...
Yeah, like 12
I think
or
like even
something
minor
like that.
violent crimes should lead into more like maybe not jail, but some kind of surveillance, like something. I'm sure there's like light
some
ways
tracking
of doing
device
that.
or something like that. Yeah, has to be.
We
be
should
set
be
up.
more strict on that.
Yeah,
You
I
kind
know
of
that
lost
it's
your right to be fully free and independent after.
yeah, because you are taking other people's freedom away
Yeah.
by not respecting their
But it is very it makes like rightfully everyone angry that, you know, this guy did this already before, and then now, and he wrote about it online, and because the whole system is just reactive, they're like, well, what can we do?
Yeah.
And they do nothing, and then someone dies.
Yeah, like, because I think his first act was he just assaulted a woman, like, in a parking lot, like, basically attacked her and beat her up or whatever. And I don't know if he robbed her, I'm not sure, but, like, no sexual things, I believe, happened in that one, but, like, you have a ramping up, like, you have the markers for someone who is capable of doing some sexual violence, because obviously you're getting off on it, or, like, you know, you're abusing, you're conquering, you're, you know, controlling another person, right? And I think like that type of pathology, like who asks for the fucking belt back, you're not going to rehabilitate that fucker. Like when he gets out, you're not going to rehabilitate them. That's also the point that I wanted to bring up, that he's not going to get better if he thinks that that's some sick fucking thing. Like, yeah, it's just my belt that I want back that I happen to murder. So like, fuck you. You're not going to get better.
Oh, that's, so there's gonna be a book.
Yeah. From what I understood, I think it's the sister, or like I have on Instagram, but I haven't been watching many of the posts. Like I'm not on Instagram that much. I think
there was a long article, like a long interview with the sister.
Yeah, and she has this Instagram page, and she's like kind of
I'm on the Instagram
like,
page.
Let's not forget the victim.
Yeah. Like there's this there's the Instagram page where it's like oikeutta Vendille, so like justice for Wendy, and it has like a lot of information. Also, there's more information that the families had to seek justice themselves quite heavily and pay money for it, and like really go after them in the courts. So that was an aspect I wanted to cover like in a full episode, because there's a bunch of bullshit behind this case too. And from what I understood, there's going to be a book, so I'll read it and do the story after that. But
I mean, we are usually a little bit critical about the Finnish justice system, but I guess all
this
of them
was definitely fucked,
so I think it's gonna fit into that
faux show
too.
Faux show.
But I mean, 20,000 people are following this Instagram page, so I think I know there's always this like, should we, you know, like respect the victim by not talking about them, or, you know, hiding some of the details. But I think this is so horrible. It needs to be in the public's like,
and I think the family wants
attention.
It out in the public. They want it.
Like, I mean, that's why they have the page and everything. But it's just needs to be discussed, because otherwise we are never going to find a solution.
I'm gonna let the cat in.
Okay, the more lighthearted, it's not really crime. I just thought it was funny. Okay, not funny. Not the thing that she did was funny, but just that the whole pageantry thing is funny.
Oh, the pageantry thing. I thought, I was actually, before this, I was like, will one of you bring that as a story?
What pageantry thing?
So Miss Finland was stripped of her crown following apparent racist gesture. Did you read this or see this?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I was just, anyway. Like, obviously she shouldn't have fucking done it, but just, so there's...
do you want to share some details?
Yeah, I'll share. So basically, there was crowned Miss Finland back in September. This Sara Zavce, I guess is how you pronounce her name. It's not a typical Finnish name, so sorry. And she was crowned Miss Finland in September. And then she basically had this photograph of her on social media, on Yodel, on the Yodel app. And there was a picture of her pulling her eyes, back, kind of like in Asian person's like kind of eyes or whatever, like this type of gesture. And then she had basically would be translated to eating with a Chinese person. So she had her eyes pulled back and then she was kind of like, like smiling a little bit funnily. And then she was like, had this caption of eating with a Chinese person.
But I think that was like by her friend who had posted it.
Yeah.
Which makes it a bit sad. Like, I would be very,
Yeah. So basically that happened and then people were like, and she was like, yeah, I was making that a face because I had a severe headache and I was stretching my temples.
Oh, okay. Wait, so was it something fucked up? Like, I don't know, like she made that face for another reason. Her friend took a picture and then her friend posted this?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't think she was originally, if she's telling the truth, that she wasn't originally being like, ha, I'll do this. But more like, sometimes you just, do.
Yeah, like she did
No,
this.
but it's both eyes. But actually it's like she did it with both.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
And it looks, and it's not like temples, it's more like the eyes. Like it's I don't know, like when you have like a migraine, even if you pull your eyes like this, that's how I would do it. And that's not anything slanted. That's like massaging your temples is something different in my mind.
But I'm still like, I would believe that she could have done it just without any intention like this. Sure, and then the friend put it in that context. But what did you read what happened after that? Like when she was like the picture was criticized and how she reacted to it.
Yeah, so then she basically said that, I was basically stretching my temples because I had a bad headache. She was trying to explain it that way. Mm-hmm. That's how she explained it, yeah.
Yeah, but after that, she posted a picture of her in the Finnair business class saying like, haters gonna hate, but I'm in the Finnair business class.
Oh shit, no, I didn't really know.
I think that was the last straw. Like until that, if she had been like if she had just been like, oh yeah, I was just messaging my eyes and then my friend did this stupid picture, I'm sorry, probably it would have been okay.
Yeah.
But then she didn't react like that. She started to be like, are you stupid? You're hating and I'm living this luxurious life.
Also, what a luxury fucking Finnair business class.
Wow.
And then the Miss Finland organization was like, you're out.
Yeah. Like, so now the new person or like the Miss Finland is Taru Lehtonen, who finished as a runner-up in Miss Finland. So yeah, she's now the Miss Finland. So yeah.
But did you read what the politician guy did after that?
No. Okay, you have more information than I do. I just read one article. And I was like,
read that too, but yeah, Petra.
Who was the guy? I forgot his name. But
was someone from
Perussuomalaiset.
Of course. Perussuomalaiset, which is, well, we should give some background for Perussuomalaiset, which means like basic Finns
racist, right-wing
they're
party.
Like nationalist party, kind of like
that's in the government.
Finish first, make Finland great again, kind of.
Yeah.
Type of people. Okay. Anyway, that's the picture.
So yeah, and he's a member of parliament. And then he was posting a picture of him doing the same eye thing.
Fuck you, guy.
Like, Je suis Sarah.
Oh my God, no.
That's what I saw first. I saw that article first. I'm like, what is this about? Yeah.
No.
So it's like, we have the right to be racist. I mean, I guess that's what Perussuomalaiset wants to be, but...
Yeah, because I was just bringing this as like a hate speech or hate act kind of like, thing. And I was like, okay, but this is kind of tangentially related a little bit to politics and hate speech and freedom of speech and rights and, laws and blah, blah, blah. But fuck you. Fuck you, guy.
I mean, I don't think anyone's going to get like a crime conviction of this, but it's just yeah. And then I've been following some of the Asian community, like Asian community, like different Finns that have an Asian background, and like kind of commenting on this, like, hey, this is my childhood, like people doing this all the time to me, it sucks, like please don't, it's not fun. Like it's sometimes it is like there is more sensitivity towards, let's say, racism towards black-skinned, dark-skinned people, but then like it's fine to do funny Asian stuff.
Yeah, or like always stereotype. You're so smart because you're Asian, or this type of stuff. Like it's like a positive. It's a positive, like racism kind of thing. Almost that's what they call it. Like it's. Well, we're
positive
not saying
discrimination.
Bad. Positive discrimination. It's like we're not saying anything bad about you. It's like all Asian people are smart, right? So and watch all of this get taken out of context. But no. AI.
But so definitely there was some.
I don't think there's going to be any consequences for the politicians. It's like,
there's never consequences.
Gotten away with worse.
But I fucking hate this. Like, hate speech is not freedom of speech. Do people fucking understand this? That it's
those who do it, they don't.
Same thing.
They're like, but it's freedom of speech. I can be,
I want to use the N-word whenever I want. Like, I believe that everyone can use it. Like, no. Unless you've been discriminated against where you're called like a cracker or something, or that's not even that's not even bad enough, to be honest.
To be fair, there is research about this, like published studies that people who are racist are a little bit more stupid. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Like maybe they just cannot.
Are you sorry? I'm not.
I'm not sorry.
But like they really just maybe do not like understand.
They don't empathize with people. They don't put themselves in other people's shoes. They can't see outside of themselves, and that's the issue. That's the. I feel like that's the base issue between a lot of issues.
And
in
of
the
course,
world.
like I think every person has a brain fart. If that's a word in English.
Sure, yes it is. Yes,
Once in a while, like you say something that you didn't think properly and you end up insulting someone. And like, no one's perfect. Then you can be like, oh, sorry. I didn't think of that. Like, I didn't mean to be mean.
Yes, like, and also, like, if you're not...
Everyone makes mistakes.
Yes, and one thing I hate is cancel culture because it doesn't allow people to apologize. If someone is actually legitimately... apologetic to what they've said or done. Like if she would have been like, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that it was going to be that offensive. My friend was going to like put that caption or something, or like it was a different context, whatever. Then
there would be no story.
Like, fine, great, wonderful.
Yeah, exactly.
But then it's like
I'm in Finnish business class.
Yeah,
that's
but
a bit,
then like
Yeah,
but then it's like, then this politician's probably thinking it's just cancel culture, that all these people are canceling her because no, that's not the fucking case. She had a chance to apologize. She had a chance to apologize. She didn't fucking do it with contrition, and therefore she should be fucking canceled. But mostly I hate cancel culture.
Yeah, and it's not like she's a commoner. She was Miss Finland, and she was supposed to be sent to this Miss Universe, where you like... You know, there's lots of representatives from Asian countries too, and like that's can't be racist in an international beauty contest.
No, you cannot. Yeah. Oh, great.
And I think the worst thing was that I think her other parent is not a Finn.
No, like I mean, looking at her last name, I would assume that she's not like.
But I think she was saying that herself too. So, well. I guess not. It's hard to empathize for some people.
Yeah. But it's really just about how you then react. Because of course, like this was not because I was going to say, there are like more subtle things. Maybe you just don't know enough. You make a mistake. This is like, okay, like, not exactly like that. But anyway, but then it depends on how you react. Like, do you learn from it? Do you apologize?
Yeah.
Humility. And I think in the end, like for her, and also what was said in the public, where this was announced, was quite kind in a way. Like, I learned my lesson. I'm sorry. And the organization was also like, she's young. She has still opportunities. This was a good lesson. Like, nobody's being cancelled. It's like, okay, this was not good behavior. There's a punishment. I hope you learned your lesson and don't do this again. And life continues.
Yeah. But of course, some politicians have to jump on this and
exactly.
Of course, and
make
it has
it
to be
worse.
pedos.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, time for an animal fact, and then we're wrapping it up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I have a very cute spider in my room. I've been
what
following
kind of
it for a
spider?
while now. Like
What
a
kind?
I think in Finnish it's zebrahämähäkki. So like this white and
yeah. So it's a jumping spider, basically.
yeah. But
Yeah.
now I lost it. Yeah. Sorry. that's
Maybe
my
it's
animal
behind
fact.
you. It's on your forehead, Petra. It's on your forehead.
I like spiders.
Okay. Damn, I should have brought zebrahämähäkki fact. How do I know? Okay.
Maybe next
I'm
time.
bringing you facts about shoebill storks. Have you guys seen these?
What?
Shoebill stork. I will leave you time to look it up right now if you look it up.
I know
Okay.
what
Please
a
look it
stork
up.
is.
But look
I
at a
didn't-
shoebill stork. I love these birds. These
I don't
birds
even
are
know
fucking
how I'm
cool.
going to write it. Shoebill stork.
Bill. Yeah.
Okay. Shoebill stork.
Oh my god, what?
Oh, yes, I've seen those, but maybe not the big one.
What? It doesn't look
They-
like a stork.
They can get up to 5
Oh.
I
feet
love it.
tall. Yeah. And after this, you can like look up a video, but check the mating call sounds, or like the it makes a sound with its beak, and it literally sounds like a machine gun. It's so fucking cool.
Oh, right, okay.
So yeah, they can get up to 5 feet, which is fucking massive for a bird. I think this is saying 3.5 to 4.5 feet, but I think other people have said 5 feet. And they have a hunting technique called collapsing. So they stay motionless for hours, just sitting there motionless. And then they see their prey, and then they just lunge forward and capture it. Like, so they're an ambush predator, basically. They, yeah, so actually when you said, oh, it doesn't look like a stork to me, well, they're actually more closely related to pelicans, DNA-wise, I guess. They're on their own family, I guess, but they're more related to pelicans in the end, which makes sense with the bill. But aren't they fucking cool looking? They look like prehistoric little dinosaurs, and I love it. I love them.
But they
look
are
surreal.
B-Rex. They're
B-Rex.
Balaeniceps rex. So they're
Yes.
B-Rex, not T-Rex.
Yeah. That's a good job. But yeah, I love their like super angry look, just like it's so great. It's so
they're
great.
cute.
They look
It looks
really
like
funny.
it looks like a man in a bird suit, kind of like how you would imagine, just right. Yeah,
Like
so
the beak is too wide. I don't know. It just looks like something's wrong with their face.
but they eat like snakes and small alligators and huge
Oof.
fish, like, and yeah, so
Wow.
yeah, they have like a serrated
Okay,
beak, so
yeah.
they just like clamp down and yeah.
Wow,
cool.
they look really weird. Yeah, I hope everyone, whenever they listen to our animal facts or your facts, they Google these animals.
Yeah. They're cool.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you. That was nice. I don't know how you find these for every episode, but I love it.
Yeah. I'll keep them coming. Okay, well, that was the tangent episode. Thanks for listening once again. You can follow us on Instagram at Translation Murder Podcast. You can send us an email at translationmurderpodcast@gmail.com. And I forgot to ask, because Petra hasn't been here for the last 2 times, was what's something they should not send us, Petra, to the email?
Dick pics.
Yes. Good answer. Okay, so yes, thanks again. Hei parolla.
Bye.
Bye.